it. Had a few problems back and forth, trying to do other people's videos, try to get my comedy out. Striking me over and over again. What's up, vibing? Crystal Brim, Western Ave. Appreciate y'all stopping through. I hope to have a few more people come through. I haven't been on in a while. I don't know if the notifications or anything went out. Try to go different thing. Been trying to formate my content, seeing what I was gonna do on live. I haven't figured it out yet. I've tried multiple things. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But it's all good. I'll get back to it. Keep it going. Yeah, vibing. They've definitely been on some. Every time I get in a video, what's crazy is I did the video with Richard Pryor and George Carlin, and the first time I did it, they gave me a strike for it. Then I appealed to strike. They told me I could use the video. I had edited different, everything else. So I resurfaced it again late last night, just to see what they were going to do. I even said in my comments, let's see how long it take before they shut it down. And then they ended up shutting it down and giving me a strike again. And I was like, wait a minute, I just on the same video, and then you guys turn around and say that the video is okay, and then strike me again. But it's all good, you know. Like I say, I gotta find my niche in this here little game. I haven't found, but I will. I still like my UFOs. I like to talk about religion. I try to talk about politics. And what I want to use this channel is inspiring for the young people, the next generation of us, not to go in the same route. I can say that because I did that for my kids. I made sure that they didn't go the same route that I went through. I have to bring up my little brother's shoe store he has out here in Arizona. It's called Soul Play 909. He has a little video out. So I want to push the younger generation, the next ones after us. I have plus Generation X. I'm not sure what they call them, Generation Y, Z. My kids or me and my brother are like 15 years. So I'm not sure what they would call them. But what I'm going to start doing, man, because I like politics so much, then I'm going to shoot little weekly incidents that go on during the week. People may have missed. I'm pretty sure you've seen some of the crazy stuff that's going on. Afghanistan floods, the rains in New York, Louisiana, and then college football is out. I mean, this college football is out, but I'm not sure if you guys see the stadiums, how full they are. And then they say COVID it's still escalating. But I'm not sure if they correctly by opening up so soon. I was supposed to be out in California this weekend, family reunion. We changed it. Excuse me. Usually we have it on Memorial Weekend this year. Because we didn't have it last year, we had it this year on which is the day before Labor Day, to try something out, get some family. Weren't too many people going. Situation occurred for us that we couldn't make it out there. I also think it would have been a little hard. No, my mom wouldn't have been there. She's one of the inventors. Our family reunion has been going on for 51 years straight at Griffith Park, what they call Crystal Springs. I think The Went was 6 years old. I should have downloaded the picture of our first family reunion picture. I think I told once before, Local used to always ask that where your family come. A lot of my family is in Louisiana, and I always get the two cities, Alexandria, Louisiana, part of the Cooper family. They've been out there. Most of my family moved to California once my grandfather, who was the oldest, because they had 10 brothers and sisters. My grandfather happened to be the oldest. He was one of the first to move to California, and then his siblings passed him. So we have a lot of heritage back there. So when you see things like the floods and all that going on in Louisiana, you have to look and say, I wonder if any one of my family members are going through those things. I know my daughter and my grandkids, they just came out here. Their house was flooded out. So it's a lot of people with damage to their property or their cars or whatnot. FEMA's gonna have to give them their money back. I don't know how they say that, but I think everybody that moved, even with Katrina, a lot of people that left from Louisiana and Texas, I think they got reimbursed once they got to another state. That's right on, cowboy. Your grandfather from Alexandria as well? No telling. Alexandria, if you know any Coopers or your family know any Coopers that's in Alexandria, that's a direct descendant of my family. My mother and father. What it was about our family, the Cooper family, I know what did it. My great-great-grandfather was a slave owner who happened to marry my grandmother back in the day that father. He was banished out of the Cooper family because of that. And a lot of my great uncles, would you say? My grandfather's brothers and sisters, let's say that. A lot of them moved to California. We started my mom and her best friend started a family reunion, and it's been going on for 50 years. I believe it's 48 years. It would have been because we had a 1 year of last year that we didn't have it. I didn't make it to all of them. I made it to most of them during my going in and out, so I kind of missed a lot of them. Few headlines I wanted to get into. I think I'm gonna start doing that with my lives and speak on a few headlines. Let me shout out, like I say, Vibing, Cowboy, Western Ave. I appreciate y'all coming in. Hey, if y'all can hit the like button, at least I get 3-4 likes if I don't get nothing else. And I'm gonna get right into this. I kind of made this little collage of certain things that occurred this week. The first dumbest thing that I seen, let's get into it, is what is this dude doing? Nas X. I don't understand this whatever to me that a man would even put that on his stomach or act like he's pregnant. I mean, I don't know what that's showing to the next generation of men. How could they promote this? How could the music industry promote this? How is this acceptable for us as a race that a man would even do this? I understand it's a promotional thing about his record and all that, but to have the stomach and all that, I think the dude is just going a little bit overboard myself. I'm surprised it's not more outraged, especially seeing as the fact that since he wants to do this and play as if he's pregnant, in Texas, they've just killed a bill or they made a bill banishing abortions, and the highest court in the land didn't knock it down. They're letting it fly. They're letting it go bad, which is meaning that people can actually sue other people even if they take them to go get an abortion. If they're talking to somebody that's to get an abortion, they can get sued. So an Uber driver, if he decided to take a female to go get a abortion, could get sued by the abortion clinic. I really didn't understand who's doing the suing. The people that don't want a person to get the abortion. I don't understand that. Why is it their problem? I don't get the reason, and 90% of them is Republican males that's doing it. They have nothing to do with what a female's choice is of when or what they want to get rid of a baby or not. You know, they didn't have no stipulations on if a person got raped. They took no satisfaction in any of that when they passed that law. So now all you're gonna do is make females or that don't want the baby or got pregnant that you have to keep it, or you're gonna go out of state and get it. You know, the earth is already overpopulated as it is. So you telling every person that accidentally gets pregnant, or I mean, it's not to say everything is an accident, but I don't think it's right for them to be pushing that line as Republicans. They're the same Republican Party that's pushing the line of no vaccine, no mask. That doesn't make any sense. You got to have either one or the other. Either you're not going to get vaccinated, you're going to wear a mask. You're going to get vaccinated, you're going to still wear a mask. I mean, because it's still passing on. But like Cowboy said, this abortion bill is a trip. It's $10,000 reward to anyone to turn in abortions. Now that's crazy. You never know what the situation is. Why a female needs to get that abortion. Some people get pregnant and can't afford it. So you're making first of all, most Republicans are telling their constituents, well, we don't like anyone being on welfare. We want to get rid of welfare. You don't want to pay for welfare. You don't want to pay for the kids. But now you're telling a female that can't afford a kid, or a male that can't afford a kid, or a couple that can't afford a kid, you can't get rid of something that you can't afford. You just gonna have to deal with it. Doesn't make any sense to me. But that's enough of this weirdo shit that he's doing. I don't understand it. I don't know why they pushing this agenda as far as black males. He got to be the one that pushing it, and there's no outrage of why, nigga, that you sitting up here with the belly of a female pushing this agenda to young black males. I don't get it. I don't know. But I'm gonna move on. Another thing that came up. Look at this crazy shit. I just had to put the little post with him in a bride's groom gown or whatever the hell he got on. Another thing is 12 states that's overpopulated, as you can see in the red, from Louisiana, Oklahoma, Texas, Georgia, Arkansas. Their rate of infections and people going to the hospital is at a high rate. But each one of these states are basically in the SEC, and they're playing football game. Now, I'm not just saying that the SEC is the only ones that's having full stadiums like this Louisiana and Texas Longhorn game. I mean, you're telling me that all those people in that stadium are vaccinated? I don't believe that. You can't. So you just mixed. I think that the government opened this up too early. All those people in the stands, if you look, all those people in the stand, half of them have masks on. Not even half. It's probably none of them have masks, but 1 or 2%. And what you're telling me here, that all those people in the stands are vaccinated. That's not true. So you mix the unvaccinated with the vaccinated, but you want the vaccination rate to go down. At some time, they're going to have to stop. Are you assuming that right now there's herd immunity, as they call it, where everybody has got it already? I'm not sure what they're doing with the football. Would I be surprised come November or December? That the COVID rate with the new Delta and all that doesn't rise? I wouldn't be surprised at that. I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, what's up, Elko? I see you up in here. I'm smiling the Elko right here. What up with you? You gonna still come on me? Holler at your boy? That's right. What's up, Henny God? Appreciate you coming in here. Oh, my Southside Compton on me. What's up with you, bro? I appreciate you tapping in with me, man. You know what I'm saying? All these Mac heads and maniacs tapping in little winter circles. I appreciate it. But yeah, that confused me. I mean, I love that college football is coming back. I can get my bet on. I love to bet college football, pro football. I'm not that good in baseball as I am. I think in football. I think. Now the horses, that's something different. I play those all the time. College football was kind of hard this weekend because it was the first weekend of football, and there was a lot of close games, a lot of upsets. I like how UCLA was playing. I'm a USC and UCLA person. I think it was Henny God or somebody like that said, Goob, you can't have two teams. In college, I can. In football, it's only one team. It's the Steelers all day. Nothing else, never have been, nothing else Steelers. College football is different because I used to stay down the street from USC. What a lot of people fail to realize, LA, I stayed in LA for 15 years of my life straight before I moved to Pomona. I knew every block. I was one of those, I was the Warriors of bus riding in LA. If anybody knows about the Warriors, the movie, the only way they got out after Cyrus was killed is because they knew the train routes. They knew the train routes, how to get them back to, was it Stony Island, Long Island? I'm not sure what they call it, wherever they had the little amusement park or whatever. They were the only ones that knew those routes to get back to where they were. That's the same with me. Growing up in LA, I started catching the bus, I think, in the 5th or 6th grade. So I knew basically every bus route in LA because we stayed on the west side, we stayed on the east side, we stayed on the north side. Didn't stay too far to the south. That would be in anything past 49th and San Pedro, I would consider south. But if you want to consider the east side and 60s and all that to south, then okay. We have to figure out where the middle is. But Coney Island, there you go. You got it. Yeah, I couldn't think of the name for nothing in the world, but yeah, they were the only ones that were able, where they knew their train routes to get back to Coney Island to avoid all the other gangs, even though they still ended up running through the gang. Let me ask y'all, in that movie, who do y'all think was the hardest gang that went against them? Was it the Lezies? Was it the Bat Boys? Well, Cyrus's crew was deep, but they figured it out. But I like the Bat Boys, the fools that was on the skates. I thought they was gonna get handled by them. Yeah, Cowboy, that's the Lezies. The girls was called the Lezies. They thought they was finna get something in that apartment building till that broad came out with that shape. Yeah, they thought they was going. Oh, the orphans. Yeah, but he took the orphans. He took the orphans girl, Eyeball Torres. You know what I'm saying? He took old girl. She didn't want to be with them no more, and that's how she ended up. She ended up rocking with the Warriors after she ended up getting the head dude's jacket. Well, he wasn't the head dude. He ended up being the head dude after the head dude, the brother, got killed. Yeah, the Bat Boys was cold. Yeah, Bat Boys were cold. But yeah, man, when I look at, like I say, when I look at this, you know, these crowds that's coming around. I mean, they putting us out there where we're able to crowd. Now I go in the stores, man, nobody has masks on. Now I can't suspect. See, the reason I say that is because I know as of right now, I have no plans of taking a shot. I'm not gonna sit and lie to somebody and say, you know, every once in a while I might go through my head or I might think of it or something, but well, I'm not trying to get I'm not actually trying to put that in my body right now. I need to go, you know, I mean, I don't know, some years down, me doing my research, seeing how long it took for the measles and the mumps and all these other, even though people say, well, look, what's all the stuff that we've already put in our body? That's understandable. Yeah, I drink all day. I drink a lot. You know what I'm saying? Smoke a little bud here and there. You know what I'm saying? But because of when we were young, in my era, growing up in the 60s, we had to, I don't know about the 50s, I can't say that, I can only say about my time, is that everybody after my time had to get vaccines even to get into elementary school. So it's not a thing that we didn't, nobody got the vaccine, or different vaccines.
Yeah, open the door. Since they have my mom here.
No, hold on, my grandbaby just came in. No. Alright, back that quick. Biden moment. It's just as long as it took for those, I think the more the research. Because some of the things that they say to me, but like I say, I don't want to be on my platform that I get, you know, where people think I'm anti-vaccine or something like that. I'm not. I'm people choice. You know, that's why I think it's effed up about the Texas rule on abortion. That's people's choice. You know, I have 4 girls and 1 son. You know what I'm saying? My girls should have their choice to do what they want to, because it's not going to stop in Texas. If people think it's going to just stop in Texas, they're sadly mistaken. Texas is just the start of it. It's going to move to all these Republican states because they're following hand in hand. What I want to know is this congressional that's going around where they trying to get these phone records from all these Republicans that were in sync with the ex-president on the January 6th insurrection. Now that's what I want to see. I want to see when they get their phone records, how many of them were talking to other people about taking over the government. Because I want to know what, if they did take it over, what you was going to do with it. How long do you think you was going to keep it? It just didn't make any sense. Well, let's move on after this. Yeah. So, like I said, that a lot of people in this flooding. You know, I want to shout out to all my people in New York, Louisiana. This flooding was bad. And it didn't take long for it to flood up like that. I mean, look at those cars are buried underwater. And they said they had the highest rate of rainfall that they've ever had. So for people not to believe in there's climate change coming, or that's already started. Climate change is already started. Right now, me and the wife, for our house, well, we building a garden in our backyard. I'm not sure a lot of y'all in California or these other places that's getting droughts, man, that's what y'all need to do. Because in a minute, vegetables is going to be high as hell for a tomato or apple or fruit, vegetables. If it's a drought, if we're burning up everything because of climate change, right now in California, you can't, it's very hard for them to get water for their crops. So if it's a drought and you can't get any fruits and vegetables out of that, you're going to have to go with the limited resources that you have to put in the markets. Them supermarkets is going to take that sky high. If it's 99 cents a pound for a tomato, just thinking about what, another year or two, it might be $2-3 a pound for a tomato. Yeah, let me see if I can grow my own and see how they taste or something. This New York thing should show a lot of people that climate change. I mean, more people died because they were in basement homes. I believe died in some of the tornadoes that were passing through that started from Louisiana because it was overflowed. They didn't have any. The drainage system wasn't up to par, I suppose. Do I know? I don't know. I know that people that had basement homes was drowning. No, Western Ave, I'm never going to stop watching the news. I like the news, and I take to decipher the bullshit and the real shit. I'm able to do that. What I speak on is what I see from my eyes. It would be the same thing as, it's all bullshit about UFOs. If I thought that, right? Or bullshit about religion. Now, certain people have seen UFOs. I don't know how many people have seen Moses or Jesus, but that's for another topic. That's all bullshit too. But hey, you got to be aware of something. Even though if you think it's all bullshit, what part of the news, Western Ave, would you think is not bullshit? See, because I see you say they don't report or respect to control. The narrative is documented. They don't report facts. But see, that's where you go. There's a couple sides to news. None of them going to be 100% correct, but some can be full bullshit. Now, if you look at Fox News, my goodness, you can get a lot of bullshit from there. You can't take CNN and MSNBC for their full content neither. I understand that. I don't. I look at them all different. It's the same thing on this YouTube. There's a lot of people that I watch on this YouTube. Just looking at their channel. Shit, some of their channels is bullshit. And some of the shit is real. Can you decipher what one is real and which one is bullshit? That's very hard to do sometimes too. But I just wanted to put up for a shout out to the New Yorkers. I hope everything, a lot of them are good after the flood. I know their cars ain't. They're going to have to be selling them across states as what they call them, flooded cars. What'd you say? They win enemies for reporting a script. Emmys are for actors. Yeah, true that. That is true. But do you believe some acting can be real? Dumb question, right? I know. Anyway, yeah, I was just shouting out for those. I was just looking at the flood. And this is not going to stop. This is not going to be the first time or the last time. Another thing I want to actually talk about was Afghanistan. Now, we came out of Afghanistan. Do y'all know that of the last 200 years, Afghanistan has been raided by 12 different times? They have been taken over 12 different times. In the last, is it 12? It's 3 by the British in the 1800s, 3 times by the Russians, and then us. So it's 7 times in the last 200 years. But in the history of Afghanistan, they've been invaded 12 times. Do you know nobody's taken over Afghanistan after 12 times they've been invaded? For whatever reason, I don't know what they do, hide in the mountains, hide under rocks. I don't know what the hell they do. But they surely come out of it a different way. They have a different tone, different person on top. Right now, the Taliban got it. A lot of people say that it's Biden's fault. Biden was just doing what the last administration had already did. The last administration had already told the Taliban that the United States was leaving because he thought he was going to still be in power. And then he could negotiate with them. But he had negotiated this last year before he was even out of office. What did the Taliban do? The reason, what I couldn't understand is how the Taliban was able so easy to take over the whole country after a 20-year war. Where were they hiding at? Where the United States weren't killing them? Just letting them live? Or what was the purpose of the 20-year war? After you had got Osama bin Laden, after you had got most of ISIS, what was the point of being there? And that's why I understand. Hey, what's up, Stephanie? I see you up in here. Appreciate you. I was wondering, do they just hide in the mountains? Were they mingling in? Or did they blend in with the rest of the country? Because the United States had been there for 20 years. I know it only took 10 or 15 to get rid of ISIS. ISIS just jumped over to Pakistan or whatever and came back. But see, the last administration had already told them that they were leaving. I believe that the Taliban went into those little towns and said, listen, we already got heads up. The United States is leaving. What you going to do when they gone? Because we going to kill everybody up in this thing or let us take it over. And they probably stepped back and said, you can have it. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't have no military. Afghans that they gave all that money to, all those weapons to. Look, they driving in United States car. They partying right here on our exit. Look, riding through the city, partying like rock stars in United States armor, like it ain't nothing. You know what I mean? And that's what they gonna do. The females still, they trying to get to the...
Senior foreign correspondent Charlie Daggett has the details from Doha, Qatar.
Good morning. Well, government officials here in Doha say they've been working very closely with the Taliban in Kabul to try to get that airport up and running again. Could mean a resumption of humanitarian flights for Americans and Afghan civilians holding special visas who are still trying to get out. In Kabul, the Taliban broke up a demonstration by dozens of women demanding rights under Taliban rule. Eyewitnesses say shots were fired into the air. Images showed one woman bleeding from her forehead. This is just...
So you think they gonna ever change? They had no respect for females 20 years ago. The United States gave them the ability to open stores. You had female reporters. You had female sports stars. You had all that from Afghanistan. I don't believe the Taliban is going to allow that to occur. It's city by city. But I understand the United States couldn't have stayed there forever. Eventually, they had to give it into the the hands of the Afghanistan. You got to take over your country. You got to do something. We gave y'all all the support. We did all this for you. What else? What more can we do? We can't do it for forever. So I understand that. I don't want to put too much more of this on because they've been unblocked me. But as you can see, these dudes here, nothing but dudes that's running it. That dude right there that's on the picture is supposed to be the head guy. That's going to take over. That's supposed to make the new government. I mean, what the United States going to have to do is just wait and see, I suppose. In other news, let's see. As course, I had to put this on here. I'm going to try to do one every time I come on a newer video or something of some UFO. And this happened in Canada. And I'll just let it run and you guys could check it out and see what you see.
Imagine finally being able to get onto a commercial flight, looking out your window and seeing this. This happened. I'm sorry.
What is that?
There's a passenger on the plane, looks out the window, grabs the phone. This was filmed in June. The traveler sees that, an object apparently changing shapes in seconds. Oh. Is it a shape-shifting object? Is it Bezos? Is it Branson? What is it? Is it a UFO?
Mel, go for it. What do you see?
I have no. Okay, I'm looking at this for the first time. I want it to be surprised.
Whoa!
What's that?
No way!
Okay.
Oh, that's crazy.
So
No, man.
I don't. That could be anything. Honestly, here's the thing. Like I don't know what that could be. There's someone said I read this little bit online, and someone said that maybe that's just.
In Toronto, Canada, on video. I'm gonna try to find more videos like that of different things in the sky. Like I tell everybody, the reason I believe in UFOs and whatnot is because 90% of us, when we walk straight ahead. You're either looking forward or you're looking down so that you don't trip on anything. Rarely do you look up. But if more people looked up, you would see more things in the sky. I mean, you can't say nothing flying in the sky if you never look up. So that's why I believe, because I have looked up and seen it. Like there was the joke. It's always on Kev Mac and Loco used to fuck with me all the time. A lot of maniacs, Mac heads, of course, they do the same thing. About the back of the moon. I'm trying to get videos on. I have a couple that I have set up, but every time I do some, I have a. What's up, Elko? I'm gonna put the link in the. I'm gonna put the link in the chat right now.
You still live?
Yeah, I'm still live.
All right.
All right.
I'm looking at you.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the homie Elko want to come in. Yeah, so I used to do a lot of looking up. I mean, you get out, doing a lot of time, and you sit outside. Sometimes you stare at the sky. You just stare at the sky. You be hustling. Me and we used to talk about crazy things like that. I've been known for saying this for years. My homies, it's not it's new to my homies. You know what I'm saying? If any of you run into my homies, it's nothing new. I've always spoke about them, and I know they out there. I do. Here's what's crazy. My daughter. I want to say this while there's a few people in here. I have my daughter came back from Louisiana, and I'm so happy because she found the last. I thought maybe I would have my original one. My mom was supposed to. What she did? I did what was called poor man's copyright. I wrote a book when I was in New Folsom Penitentiary. Took me 3.5 years. I'd never finished it. Right here is 200 and what I have. 260 some pages. I've never had it published or looked at or anything like that. I wrote it, edited. Each one of my chapters have a heading. I will be reading some of my book on some of my lives. Different. I have a few different titles. I never made a title or anything. Oh shit! There go my alcohol fucking around. I never decided on a title, but I had my first title was this. I don't know if y'all can see it. Let me see if I can get it to the camera. Was that Until the Casket Top Drops. That was one of them. I had another one. It's called Outskirts. R.I.P. Carl Dodd. This book is based on my own boy getting killed. The reason why I had Outskirts is because, like I say, I grew, I'm from the hood in Pomona. Pomona was considered the outskirts to most LA gang members. So like I say, when I hear other people from out of state and they talk about how LA treats them, they have to look at the people that was here before them and how they treated us. But you had to gain your respect in the penitentiary, county jail, in the penitentiary system, any of that, because you weren't considered back in the 80s reputable, because all the big cliques were in the penitentiary, and you had the East Coast, you had the 60s, you had the Hoovers, you had all that, but they were all big crews. I mean, they had me going in, say to Pelican Bay. I mean, I'm going in there solo by myself. I'm the only Pomona nigga on the whole. It ain't nothing but Compton, LA, and whatever else is a mixture, but we were always considered a littler clique, so you can not make your name but stand your ground, being from where you from. And one thing I can say, I don't brag, I don't none of that. Never the toughest, never. I survived 2 tours at level 4. I survived them, got out, name straight. The nigga never took shit from me, never, you know what I'm saying, violated a nigga, never nothing. I can, I can die free. So when I wrote it, I didn't have kids at the time. And I thought, one day I might have some kids, maybe want to read it. So what I do, as my kids were getting older, I allowed them to read it. And it tells back, each one of them, like I say, is a named chapter in it. And like I say, once I get going, man, and get my content, I'll read some chapters to y'all. Like I say, I got one that's called Never Say Never. The chapter Never Say Never is when I shot. When I got shot 5 times, because I used to always say I'd never get shot. I'd never get shot. I used to always think that even when I was growing, I'd never get shot. And I did. Oh, Elko, let me put this invite in there for you. It's my daughter telling me to put it back. Hey, I'm glad you brought it. I had to go back over it and look at some. I haven't seen it in so long. What's crazy is I haven't read a lot of what I did. And I'm going to give you guys a story of how I actually ended up writing this book. I went to New Folsom. And what they do when you go into orientation, they test you to see how, how smart you are or whatnot, or what's your grade level or whatnot. So I had a high aptitude for math. So they gave me instead of a working job like the kitchen, the yard, or cleaning up in the dorm. I mean, what the area? Fuck, I can't brain dead like shit. But day room area basically. I ended up going into electronics, and in the electronics class, I was pretty good at the electronics. So about a year in, the teacher happened to have a computer in his class. So I was doing a lot of the work real fast, and early I would have time. You in there for 8 hours. That's your whole day. And when level 4, basically the only time you get out, by the time you leave that class or your job, it's only maybe 30 or 40 minutes left on the yard. All your yard time was on the weekend. People that didn't work, they couldn't come outside on Saturday and Sunday. People that worked, you had it free Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday was cool because you really knew it ain't too much bullshit finna go down on that yard on Saturday and Sunday, because a whole bunch of these people that's on that yard ain't trying to fuck off their job or money or whatever. That might be the only money they getting. Their family ain't sending them that. And if you got a job, but me having a trade more, I wasn't getting paid for what I was doing. But the teacher actually let me the teacher actually let me, when I started doing, I decided I had been writing in my cell on a long yellow paper. I had just been writing my book on the cell. I wanted to put it on, type it out and do all that. So he told me if I did my work fast enough, he would allow me to get on the computer and type out my book. So every day after I got done, whatever I wrote in the cell, I brought to class, I typed it there, and then I would take the type, print it out, go back to the cell, edit anything that I had wrong, go back in the next day, retype it over, and then add and go to the next one. And so that took me about, what I have here took me about almost a whole 2 years before I got transferred to Corcoran. And that's when I stopped. So this part of my book is just a quarter of my life. I still had maybe 60 pages, 60 or 70 pages more that I hadn't even put in this. And I never finished it. Once you got out, you get to society, things change, shit changes for you, and I just never got back into writing. I'm not sure the Army, where you at, Elko? You ain't came in here, I'm about to call your ass. I thought Fody was coming in here with you too. But before I go into that, if y'all give me 6 minutes of your time, this is my brother's. He got 2 shoe stores, man. Soul Play 909. The 909 represents Pomona. Me and him are 15 years different in difference, and it's crazy. I always wanted to grow up, have a little brother. I never had a big brother. This is my little brother, but we were 15 years different. So by the time I started really getting in that street thing, his dad and my mom really kind of kept me, away from him, so that he didn't get in the same. And I understand that, because I was doing some crazy shit, and I never wanted him in the netting. Had he been a little closer to me, maybe it would have been different. But 15 years is a big difference. And my brother, he'll wear red. Oh my goodness, we clown all the time since he been young, because my mom worked for Pomona High School. Pomona High School is red and black, if anybody knows. One of the only Damu schools in Pomona. Well, is the only Damu school in Pomona. Not really. Other 2 schools, which is Gary and Ganesha, both Crip schools. But my mom worked for Pomona High. What's up with you, KJ? Appreciate you coming in here, homie. You know what I'm saying? South love, baby. You know what I'm saying? You see, I got that straight out of 778 up in here, huh? Yes, sir. Hate gang all day, baby. So my brother, because being with my mom's is younger, he ended up going to Damien. A lot of his cousins were from the north side, so he wears a lot of red. So I always mess with him on the red. You know, he'll try to get me some. My mom understood, I think in 1980, 81, that red wasn't the color that I was going to wear. I mean, I already knew what school I was going to, even though I wasn't in the mix at that time. I never say I was in the mix at that time. I knew I wasn't wearing a red color going to Gary. I knew that much. I was smart enough to know that. I didn't go to Catholic school for 8 years not to be a dummy. I knew that. But what I want to do for y'all real quick, man, I just want y'all to check out my brother's video, man. Soul Play 909 is on. I believe it is on YouTube, but he has all the Nikes, and I'll just shut up and let y'all listen to this, and I'll be right back with you.
At least seen car to the mall is miserable.
Did you know they put the smell of guacamole in these actually? Like guac. You got me with the.
Yo, you're with Sam Roy here at Scottsdale 909. We got buy, sell, trade. Come get whatever you want. Your gear, your shoes, good vibes. Come check us out. If you need 14s, let me know. I got some shit in 14s. Oh yeah. I mean, it's where you want to be if you're not in LA or Vegas, right? The weather good.
I'm just trying to get this stuff to load before we start doing this, and then we miss the reservations.
About to go cash my man out real quick. Close to 600 pairs.
Yeah, everything from Jordan 1s, Jordan Mid, Jordan Lows, Jordan 6s, bunch of retros, a few Dunks, some Griffies, you name it. There you go.
They move like they got one leg or something.
So what we're doing right now is we're just going through all the inventory that we have from the big cash out. Like I said, over 600 pairs. I did see a couple of my local resellers out there seeing us cash out. Actually got this message right here. I'm not sure if you can zoom in on that. They suggesting that we start a YouTube channel. Hey, bro, you already know slow feed don't eat, one step ahead of you. So we'll see you tomorrow, first Saturday of the month, and we will have a DJ.
Test. Can you hear me? It's good? For sure. You don't want to get mic'd up? I'm good. Are you scared of wires? What up, bro? That's the wrong shirt to wear today. It's game 2, bro. He's not even a Lakers fan. I don't want to do this on camera, bro, but you got to go home. Just kidding. Little inventory list.
When he plays like shit, he usually comes out.
No, bro, Giannis is literally just like, he just drops his shoulder and tries to move people and he's long. He's got 0 bag.
It's the lost pack.
good quality, different designs, different colors for all the kicks. They're gonna let us know if it's gonna go. We'll see this weekend. You gotta give back like that because, I mean, I started somewhere. Everybody got to start somewhere, and you can't go into your local shops or your Foot Lockers, Champs, and say, "Hey, I want to put my stuff in there." But I mean, I'll put anybody's stuff in, and if it's good, then people are going to buy it, and then we're going to keep getting it. If it's not, then maybe they need to just revamp their brand and do something different. But I'm gonna give everybody a shot, no matter what. All the local stuff is. This kid's stuff is hot when it first came in. Just a basic, immature, just hoodie. It was hot. It sold out like 2 or 3 times. This is like the 4th time we got it. Gotta rep my boy. You know, shoes got my heart. It's hot. His hats are hard. Check his IG. He from Detroit. He's dope as hell. Man, the 2 stores are going well. I think the most important part of it is just having a good team. Arrowhead store is cool. Low key, we see a lot of the same people coming through. A lot of the locals come back. With Scottsdale, we see a lot of different transients, people coming in from out of state every day, whether it be a Monday, Tuesday. It's just as good as a Saturday and Sunday in Scottsdale because the traffic is crazy there. So we are planning on expanding, get good contacts with people, do good business with people, and just keep moving forward. You know, we got to represent for Goob. Keep it a little old school with the cards. Oh yeah, always NBA Jam growing up. We want to keep it an old school vibe in here. Man, you know, gotta go with my home team, the Lakers, always. Ride or die. When you're in AZ, just come out and check us out. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're on the west side, you come to Glendale, or whether you're in Scottsdale, partying it up, come get some shoes, come get some clothes, good chill vibes. Just come check us out.
Oh, I was talking and nobody could hear me? Yeah, that's my little brother. Eyeball Torres. So, but that's in Scottsdale and Arrowhead Mall. That's out here in Arizona. He got the name from Pomona, which is 909, but he don't have any stores in California. My sound is off? Yeah.
You trying to help that shit? He can hear you now.
Hold on. Something's wrong with my sound. Can y'all hear me now? Somebody give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, or is it still off? Oh, okay. What you say, Elko?
Hey man, I'm trying to get together. Hey, just send it.
I told you. Look, hey, tell your wife to help. Listen, bro. Tell your wife to help you out. I'm gonna put it back in the chat. Go in the chat and just click on the link. Do it on your wife's phone. I'm finna put it in the chat. Yeah, man. So anyway, I want to get a lot of young people that's doing things like that, man. I have a nephew that has a phone repair company, man. He making a nice little money fixing phones and doing all that. He hasn't came up with a video. He got a low key. It's just 2 employees, him and my other nephew doing it. But man, he makes a lot of money fixing phones, crack screens, things like that. He get a video, I can get him on here. One day I'm gonna get my little brother on here, to talk about what made him start thinking about getting a business. Like I say, I'm not gonna come on my platform talking about this is all for the kids and all that. No, we have to get. It might have to start at the kids, but some people have to start on their own first. Because a lot of shit that's going on this internet, that shit ain't kid worthy. You know what I'm saying? There's more beefs than it is anything else on this shit, and that's crazy. I don't think it's gonna stop until somebody, it's no different than being on Instagram, all that shit, talking shit, and then the nigga ended up murking you because nobody out here is tough. Nobody cannot die. You can say you're not scared to die, but you're not doing that much if you really want to die. It's easy to really die. If you really want to die, there are some people out there that's on this YouTube thing that's putting themselves up where they got a high percentage of the shit. One dude, I don't speak on that. Look, I cannot and say I don't listen to or look at different varieties. It's the same thing as me looking at news. I'm not gonna look at CNN, MSNBC, and not everyone's dabble in a little Fox to hear some dumb shit. It's the same thing on here. I look at, I got 130 followers. Shit, I don't mean it, but I watch a lot of other people on their sites. I just don't subscribe to their channels. When I hear motherfucker, you just in here neck, nose, and whatever the fuck they call that. Yeah, that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? If they talking good, I like their shit. If I don't like their shit, I'm not disliking their shit. That's something that I won't do. I won't go on the nigga channel just because I don't like what the hell that nigga talking about and dislike his shit. Because that's his personal opinion. Everybody has their personal opinion. It's how you use your personal opinion that affects another person. You can keep your personal opinion respectable. It's when you fuck up and you disrespectful with your personal opinion that I would assume people would have a problem with. Usually, let's see what. Keep texting me. Well, let me get into some of this chat, man. On my volume off. Corrupt gets no love over here. Perpetrating like he from 601 Club, walking with the ops gear, all in their videos. But I thought I heard that corrupt. A lot of people that speak on it say that corrupt was claiming 60s back in that day. If I'm not mistaken, I believe I heard it. Back in the, I'm talking about back in the days when they were years ago. Now you might have ops jersey. Some people, shit, I see people wearing red now. That's the ops gear. You know what I'm saying? Some people, shit, some bloods wear blue. I think it's a change. Some of it's trickery though. Some niggas will wear shit just to trick the others. That's game been played for a while. Hey, I appreciate you though coming here, Eyeball Torres. You know what I'm saying? Haven't seen you in a minute. Yeah, a lot of he was with him and Daz on the dog. Yeah, exactly, vibing. That's what, you know. I think they was banging because they got a cold. I can't think of the song right now, man. But what the hell was it? I cannot think. I thought that he was cripping and claiming 60 then. He ain't from 60. Oh, okay. Hey, I don't know. I'm not gonna. I can't get in that debate. I don't know the man personally. I don't know what it is. That's for them and their side to question that. I can't question that. There's so many people that's from different. I mean, look at the newer generation now. It's a gang of them that they wasn't banging in their music before they started getting older, and then they started banging something. When did they decide? They didn't come right out and do it. It's a few of them that started making that money under rapping instead. You know what? I'm gonna start. I've been around here. I'm hanging with these dudes now. I'm claiming this here. You know, some people had history where I guess they said, "Oh, let me start doing this, making money, and then I'll jump into it." So, Goob, had you heard of Bubbly Law before they dropped the first album? I didn't, but my homeboy did. I knew. I'll put it this way. Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't know, man. Let me put this back up. Did they have a local presence for Pomona rap drop? You know, it's a lot of people that came out of Pomona at that time. It really wasn't pushed back in the 80s. Pomona really wasn't pushed like that back in the 80s. They were one of the first that we started knowing, hey, Hutch and all them, they from the north side, you know what I'm saying, above the law. And then you started getting other, like Sugar Free, and then you got Cocaine that came out of Pomona. So there's a few, but Above the Law is one of the first that was recognized as far as being from Pomona. But we had a lot of different athletes, musicians, people in movies. You know, the Hughes brothers that Tupac got into it. They from Pomona. We have a lot of football sports stars that come from. Oh shit! Excuse me. What is the boxer? Oh fuck, man! They gonna crush me because I can't remember his name. They gonna crush me. Man, somebody in here. Where? There you go. Elko, tell me what's what you call him's uncle name that box out of Pomona. There you go, Elko. Click on that link for me. I have it at the tip of my tongue. I have it at the tip of my. I have a lot of people from my class, 84, 83. I mean, it was a lot of people that came out of Pomona, but there could have been a whole bunch more. You know, a lot of people because it's crazy. When I was staying in L.A. before I moved to Pomona, my mom had told me in the 8th grade I wanted to go to St. Bernard's, which was in Westchester. That's why I knew that's where I was going. Either I was going there or I was going. I can't think of the school that's on Jefferson and not Vermont, between Vermont and Hoover. I can't think of the Catholic school that was right there. I can't, not Adams, but Adams, Venice, on Venice Boulevard between Vermont and Hoover. There's a Catholic school that's right there. I can't think of the name right now. But I wanted to go to the school in Westchester, St. Bernard's, because St. Bernard's was both boy and girl. But my mom said we moving to Pomona. Michael Weaver. There you go, Stephanie. Thank you. Somebody get me straight, because they gonna kill me for not remembering his name. Michael Weaver box. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot. People come out of Pomona. And I hope this can be one of those channels where I can connect to a whole lot of people. I know a lot of them. Personally, some not personally. Like I say, as far as above the law, I know them. I don't personally have ever hung out with them. My homeboy has hung out with them. I've hung with my homeboy while he hanging out with them. Me and them just didn't have the same connection as them and my homeboy. But I knew them. I know a lot of people from the north. You know, Pomona, like I say, is not that big. 150, 200,000. And back in that time, man, everybody knew everybody. There's not very many people that's not going to know me from the west side, from the north side, definitely from the south side. In my era. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about no niggas in the 60s and the 70s. You know, I'm talking about people that grew up with me around the 80s, when the to the mid 80s, when the crack era got there, the guns got there, the whole mixture of Pomona getting wild, and I mean, and people starting to do things. We had a couple people that I think was in 80. One homeboy we knew that went to school. My boy Jarv would know his name. Dion played in Colors. He was one of the extras in Colors. We had Boardman. They were Boardman and Stretch. I think they were in what's that movie? They filmed it right across the street from MacArthur Park called Breaking. That's what it's called, Breaking. So we knew a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people came out of Pomona. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Cowboy, it is a small world. You know what I'm saying? It's a small world. Everybody know. You know, eventually you'll run into somebody that knows somebody. But yeah, I'm trying to get my boy Elko up in here and get his clown on. I don't know where Fody at. I had another homie named Fody. Alright, having problems with my internet here. Lee Dennis said Dion Williams. Okay, I knew his first name. You know what I'm saying? Tell Lee I said what's up. You know what I'm saying? He needs to come in here and say what's cracking, man, and hit that like button on his damn phone so I can get these likes up while he's sitting off to the side drinking. You know what I'm saying? Ask Elko, Stephanie, where the hell he at. I done sent the link like 3 times. He still ain't came in here. So yeah, anybody, is my thing on? No. I had I don't know if anybody remember this gangster movie Once Upon a Time in America. Yeah, that's one of the coldest gangster flicks outside of The Godfather to me. The way them little youngsters came up. Big way for mafias and those weirdos used to be. Oh, they used to be on his head, Western Ave. Well, you got the inside scoop over there, huh? Didn't Dion play in Above the Rim? I don't know, Cowboy. I don't remember seeing him in, you know what I'm saying? You know, after he did Colors, you know, I think my homeboy talked to him still after that because he left Pomona, man. He basically went to L.A. And was out there. Did you see the Valachi Papers? Yeah, the Valachi Papers was cold too. Yeah, with Charles Bronson in it. Yeah. I have those. There's certain gangster flicks that I look at over and over. Godfather and Godfather 2. I can look at no matter when they come on. TNT has a lot of when they put them on like back to back to back. But I can look at them every time. No, Stephanie. No, it's not set up for Zoom. Listen, tell Elko what he got to do is, if he's in the chat, like you're in the chat, on your phone, why don't y'all just trade phone? All you got to do is hit link that I just sent out. I'm sending the link again one more time. I'm going to send it out. This link right here, just click on it. The StreamYard with the numbers, just click on it and it's going to bring you to the studio. What you say, Vibing? Speaking of Mafia, Free Lil Hawk, he was cold on the mic. If you never get in a situation, he would have blew up. Oh, okay. I thought you was talking about the movies. You say what? I got kin from all sides, low key. I don't fuck with them now. Oh, okay. Did I what? Yeah, I see the Valachi Papers. But yeah, Once Upon a Time America is another good one. I mean, a lot of people like who was that, Vegas? Was it Vegas? When they showed old girl was taking his money at the end. Supposed to have been the one that started Vegas. Yeah, Elko, you must not be sauced up enough yet. You ain't got your control. Just click on the link. Yeah, that was a gangster movie vibing where they set all them people up. I mean, and killed them. But it was more like a documentary or whatever. There you go, Elko. You up in here? I see you in the background. Hold on.
You talking too much.
There you go. There you go. What up with y'all?
bullshit ain't never
Hey.
on mine, honey.
I don't know. You got. Hold on. Something ain't. Okay. I got.
What's cracking the mouth, honey?
It's like an echo on your side.
Well, get your echo
What
on.
up?
Get your echo on.
Hey, that's you echoing. That ain't me echoing. What you up to,
Huh? Yeah.
Huh? You trying to talk slow? Oh, you good?
Yeah.
Where you at the house?
Yeah, no, I'm over here fucking with the fan band.
Guess he gone that quick. If you have a smart TV, check out Tubi. They have a lot of old school gangster movies on there. Yeah. See, I mess with that Fire Stick, so that vibing, so I can get anything right here. Basically, any movie I want, pay-per-view, not paying for it. Any football, I'm good. So I like this. I like the Fire Stick, man. When they came out with the Fire Stick, man, cable is non-existent up in here. All I need is a. Hold on. All you need is internet, and you can get whatever you want. But what's your favorite there, Vibing? Or anybody else? Y'all favorite gangster movie of all time? Or one of the top? Goob, you read any true crime books? Like mob books? You know what? I told you yeah. I got The Godfather. I read both of their books. I mean, they got two books. As far as The Godfather, when you read the book and you see the movie, they kind of different. Let me have. I got this one, Godfather's Revenge, and then this is the original one. Original Godfather, Mario Puzo. But they're different when you. They're different when you read the books compared to when you're looking at the movie. But they had they got a video. They had a video game. I had bought the. Do I have? I still got my video game. Yeah. No, that's my 3D. But I do have the video game of it. It was cool. It got scratched though, so I couldn't play it anymore. It gave you different assignments after you come from their mansion that they had up in Utah. And if you ever moved, but I can go through all that. But I did in the penitentiary. You know what I used to like to read was cowboy books. You know what I'm saying? Cowboy books was the shit in there. Or Donald Goins and stuff like that. As far as thrillers, I think the only thriller one I read was It by Stephen King. So when I see It, it's totally different. It, the movie, is totally different than the book. Totally fucking different than the book. But I have read a lot. There's a book called Tough Jews. It's pretty good. Havana Doctrine is probably the best I read so far. Well, okay. Tough Jews. I just probably can't go off the name. Menace to Society is one of your best. Yeah, Menace to Society was I mean, that was a cold, like, action, actual facts presented in the movie, just like Boys in the Hood was. You know, a lot of those were based in, like I said, Minister Society produced by two Pomona, the Hughes brothers, if I'm not mistaken, because that's where Tupac got into it. He didn't want Raheem. He wanted to be somebody tougher, and that's where they got in a fight because they was trying to make him to be. Was it Raheem? No, I'm too many. Movies mixed up, right? I'm having a problem with this internet. But anyway, I was getting Raheem is in the Tupac movie that was in New York. I can't think of the name of it. But he wanted him to play, Juice. Right, Vibe and Juice. But I'm talking about. Remember they had the black dude that was all anti-violence movie. You know what I'm saying in the movie. They wanted Tupac to play him, and I think that's where they got in an argument or whatever, and the fight pursued or something. He was never in that movie. But Joe, those were depicted well. I mean, if you grew up in that area and around that area or those areas, they were pretty much on point. You cater from nobody that's how I would believe people in New York would think. Exactly, Vibe and the pro-black guy. I can't think of his name right offhand. But that's how I would assume that New York people would see it when New York movies are made in New York. They were right on it. One I like that, I don't know if it was New York or Philly or something like that, was Belly. What was Belly filmed in? Belly was cool because if you ever was doing something out of town back in the day, it was always a nigga like that dude that was on the corner when he came out that liquor store and he was sucking on that lollipop and said, "Yeah, I'ma have to tell on that nigga." When they was out of town, they was coming from New York, but they was serving out of town, and dude didn't like them serving. Oh, that's the one that's balling. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell on him. Yeah, Southside Sharif. That's his name, Sharif. Yeah, that was crazy, but all those movies back in the time, you don't get too many, shows. You know what show I thought was pretty good. I don't know if anybody they went on hiatus this year was The Chi. The Chi was a good one on Showtime, and Showtime had a couple shows back to back that were pretty good. But The Chi was pretty good, man. For the showing the Chicago streets and whatever, how they were doing it. That was Kane from Minister Society. No, but his buddy, remember? Yeah, that was Kane. No, that's not. Kane wasn't who Tupac was supposed to play. Tupac was supposed to play Sharif. Oh boy, that played Kane is the one that said. That's why I seen him when he did a sit down, and he was talking about why Tupac didn't get the part in Minister Society. Because they wanted him to play Sharif, and basically Tupac was like, "Why I gotta be the good nigga? Why I can't be the nigga that talk shit? That's my persona." You lost Western Ave because we were talking about who Tupac was supposed to be in Menace to Society. But I had brought up another name that was in another Tupac movie that had the same name, but that Tupac had killed. So it was Banana. Kane played the guy in Belly. Huh? The dude with the lollipop that came out the store. That wasn't the same person that played Kane in oh yeah, it was a banana. Okay, you're right. It was a banana. He was eating on a banana. He said, yeah, I'm gonna have to tell. That was Kane? Oh shit. I'm gonna have to look at that again, because I didn't ever know that's the same dude that played Kane. Because he had glasses and all that. Oh, okay. Well, shit, you learn something new every day, because I damn sure didn't know it. Well, Elko, I see you ain't coming up in here. Yeah, Western Ave season 1 and 2 was cool to shot. You know what I'm saying? It got even deeper after that. But how many they had? What's the fourth season? I think it's the third or the fourth season now. Same cool, Goob. Okay. I'm with y'all. I got it now. I still got to go look at it, because I damn sure didn't know that was. Remember that was Kane. I guess because the nigga had that perm and glasses on, that it looked different than a nigga in khakis and a fucking shirt with basically a bald head. So I guess I'm just confused. He didn't want it because they didn't give him no backstory. Right. That's what you call him was saying. He wanted to know the whole reason and why he was anti-violence or whatever. He wanted them to give a backstory or of why he became Muslim or black or whatever Sharif was supposed to be in the movie. I got it. But yeah, that was the whole basis around him not getting that part, and I guess them having a fight or whatever. Okay, well, you know the whole shit then, huh, Western Ave? Dead President was pretty good. Yeah, Dead Presidents was pretty good. You know, on Dead President, the only thing I didn't like is old girl getting killed with the afro. He brought her in, she and nothing else. You know what I'm saying? But she was with the shits. Or a little dude. That probably was one of the funnier parts, is when the little dude was with money and ran into that dead end. Oh, that shit was kind of fun. I think it was the way he was running. Yeah, I think the way he was running, the little Mexican dude, but that's a trip, you know. But in reality, that's how a lot of people came back from the Vietnam War the same way, you know, with net, and then they had to get it the best way they could. You know what I'm saying? Some, I think that might be one of the highest percentage. I don't know what the percentage would be of people that's homeless coming out of wars. World War I, World War II, they probably did. So you would have to think most of the people that's down there is from the Vietnam War, or because a lot of them came back. I was looking at a documentary one dude. A lot of blacks were saying things like, they went over there and fought and came back with nothing. But a lot of them did that. So, I had an uncle. That was, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I wouldn't say he was shell shocked. I say he was shell shocked on times. You know, he could be cool one minute and then just like flip out. Like, damn, I just didn't talk to you 10 minutes ago. Like, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing all right. 10 minutes later, hey, how you doing? Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them have him. But on his cool times, my uncle would be cool. He showed me, my uncle used to train the German shepherds. They were called cadaver dogs. So when he would go out after they fought and all that to go look for the bodies, they would walk out with the dogs once they clear the area or whatever. And that's what he did. So I don't think he was, you know, I guess he had to wait till I got old enough, but he used to show me pictures of the Vietnam, you know, like bodies laying in a big ass hole. Like, yeah, this is what we used to have to do. Then I had my step pops. He was in Vietnam, you know, and some people you ask the question like, you know, so what was it like? Did y'all have to, you know, walk together? And, you know, they used to be, nah, you walk in a line and hope that part of the line wasn't as active, I guess, to say it. Didn't get hit harder than the other side of the line that you on. Other than that, it was, you know, basically every man for himself. Goob, have you seen the movie Alpha by Albert Hughes? No, I haven't. Eyeball. What is it? Yeah. Boy, Agent Orange wasn't a joke. They used it on them, and a lot of them didn't even realize that they was, you know, that's why a lot of them can like heroin addicts, all type of things, because they was, you know, a lot of times they was bombing areas with the same agents to kill the ops, as we would call them, but it was affecting, you know, you getting hit with the same chemicals. Them chemicals be killing them because they hitting them straight direct, but you walking into the fumes and what's going on. You say it's, Eyeball said it's about a warrior boy that gets separated from his tribe and has to survive in the wild where they look. Yeah, I have to check that out. I like stuff like that, man. You know, the survival type. Survival type movies. Because everybody wants to think they could survive anything. If the bomb hit, everybody in here would be thinking about all the situations or different get out to survive. If nobody else gonna survive, I'm gonna survive because I'm gonna do this. You know, eventually we're gonna have to come to that aspect. It might be our generation. It might not be our kids' generation. But the way we effing up this earth, it's gonna be on somebody's agenda. It's gonna be on somebody's agenda. Either we're gonna be overpopulated, no water, no food. Climate change is where it's gonna be 150 degrees. Ain't nobody gonna be the power grids ain't gonna last that. If the seas keep getting from the melting of the ice and the Antarctica and all that keep flowing down, you're gonna see more and more towns like Little Florida, where they building them rich high-rise buildings off on Key West and all that. That's just not gonna be here in about 10 years. That's just not gonna be here. That's just gonna be flooded out. We've already seen effects. if you think that one building that fell down is going to be the first or the first building, the last building that fell down over there in Florida, nah, they got another thing coming. Because all they are is on an island that's getting soaked every year from the rains, the floods, the storms, the tornadoes, all that over and over again. They getting beat up. So if it get beat up and you keep overloading some land with water, the water's got to eventually sleep in the land. The land has got to affect the property that's built, whether it's on cement or not. It's going to eventually affect that, move it. That's what I believe the same thing happened with that little hotel. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see Key West and all that lasting more than 10, 20 years. Oh, Sir Uncle Buck is up in here? Get the hell out of here. How the hell you find my channel, Uncle Buck? My nigga. That's right. Or if I ain't got anybody in here, I got Sir Uncle Buck up in here. You know what I'm saying? You good? They still ain't caught you yet, huh? That's right. What you say? Eyeball Torres, he lost his glasses. The thing was south after that. But I think we have a lot that people need to look at on this earth. Overpopulation. Eventually they're going to have to, like the Chinese did, where they said, I don't know if it's Japan, I don't know if it's Korea. I really don't know which one, so I'm not going to lie and say I just know one of them. I think it's Japan. Said each person can only have one child, and that was it. I think they upped it a year ago because their population is dwindling. But here, I mean, we open ourselves up. We States is willing to bring in anybody. We let anybody in we supposed to. You know what I'm saying? That's what we here for, the land of the free. But if we keep bringing in tons and tons, thousands of refugees and all that, man, we populated. And I think people need to look at other alternatives, like growing your own shit. I see a lot of people have a whole bunch of land, and what they building on them, amusement. Big houses, more cars. Yeah. Eventually it ain't gonna, you ain't gonna be able to spend that shit. Meaningless. Let's put it that way. If you're not trying to add, say, a farm, animals, chickens, birds, or we just gonna stay on the land, of course. What you say, Uncle Brian? What you on the run from, Uncle Buck? You say, Cowboy Goob, I don't think population is a problem. It's people living in single homes, etc. Family is the solution, not birth rates. True. You don't think eventually, Cowboy, that population is going to be Now, I'm not saying population is let's get this right. I'm not saying population the problem. I'm saying the resources to accommodate the population. We losing the resources to accommodate. If in California you have a drought every year, they say what, Lake Mead, I mean, it's dwindling, has barely no water in it. They don't have any water to even crops, to make crops. So if you can't even put water on crops to make crops, eventually you're going to run out of crops. So where's the population of crops? You can't get all your oranges from Florida. Florida going to eventually run out of them. You can't get all your potatoes from Idaho. Eventually Idaho out of them. If they start having a drought, if they start running out of water. My thing is, I don't understand is why, if the planet is 70% water, 30% sand, we've come up with a lot of things. You know, vaccines, that they say, getting to the moon, outer technology with phones, TVs that talk to you, and phones you can video on and everything like that. We can't turn salt water into usable water. There's got to be a way to do that. All that salt water, all that sea out there is nothing but water. And you mean to tell me they haven't found a contraption to bring in seawater and make water, fill them lakes back up with the seawater? What do you say, Cowboy? I don't agree either, respectfully. The only reason why I disagree because I work in the water treatment industry. Then that's what okay. If you work in the water treatment industry, then they have something that can change salt water into usable water, or are they doing that now? There you go, Uncle Buck. Come on in and holler at your boy, man. Cowboy, is that what you're saying? Because you work for a water treatment industry. Is there a way to turn salt water into drinkable or usable water? Yeah, for sure, Cowboy. That's what I always thought. I thought maybe if you can, we could do that. We wouldn't be in a drought system. If they have a way, I heard, you can't drink, but I don't drink seawater. But at the same time, they can pure shitty water, pissy water. That's all getting. It's called desalination. So then, would that be to say, Cal, that we aren't in a drought? That they are doing that to keep us out of drought? Because right now, the spin is that we are in a drought. Because because they need to send some to Lake Mead or where they. In other words, what I'm saying is the middle states. Say the middle states are running out of water. They're going to need a way to filter that in to, say, like Montana, states that's in the middle of the country. Utah. Utah get their water from the mountains, but they draining out because they're not bringing none unless they stopping it before it gets down the Colorado River. I don't know. But if there's a way, then I wouldn't be saying that. I can't say there's a drought, or anybody else shouldn't be saying there's a drought. But T-Salulation, I'm gonna have to look that up when I get off this live, so I'll be more informed on that. I know they speak a lot on don't drink it. I just figured if we 70-80% water on this earth, there's got to be a way for people to go with water, or being a way to change it into drinkable water would be good. Who is that? Cowboy? Alright. What's good with you, Cowboy?
What's going on with you, Mr. Goob? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah. So
what you were saying about the...
Yeah, so it's called desalination, where they take the salt out, and a lot of places do it over on the other side of the country, or the other side of the map, like in Israel and a place that's surrounded by salt water. There's some places like in California that do it.
Right.
Yeah, so it's possible. Yeah, it's possible. But you know what I'm saying, on stuff like that,
right.
It's really expensive to do it instead of doing it traditionally. Because traditionally, the earth take care of itself. You don't need a lot of equipment and stuff. You just need to move it from A to Z. But with desalination, you got to have a lot of, you got to have a lot of electricity and stuff. So, but to answer your question, it is doable.
Oh, okay. See, that's what because California is one of the main ones that's, because what they're about to do in the next 2 or 3 months is shut down our water supply in Arizona, Nevada, and California. Because Lake Tahoe and all those.
Don't Arizona get their water from like the Colorado River? Don't they?
Right, but it runs between. I know all three of us get a lot of our water from there because it runs between all three of us.
Yeah.
It runs between. That's a separation. That's a separation between Arizona and when we drive to California. Once we cross across the Colorado River, we're in California, and vice versa.
And vice versa.
So that divide, it all comes downstream between us. So if it's running out at the top, eventually they're gonna have to shut it down because it's not getting to the bottom.
And so it seemed like
you understand what I'm saying?
I do. Yeah, because it seemed like I think Colorado, Arizona, Nevada, California, and another state gets water from like that Colorado. It's like I can't remember who else. It could be Utah, right?
Yeah, it's got to be somebody. Right, it's got to be above us because we the last state till Mexico. California is the last state till Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Above California on the side is Nevada. It's on the side of us, and I think it's Utah when it gets to the corners. We add in Buck over here.
Yeah, turn it off. Why? Alright, turn it off. Then fuck it. Turn it off.
Gotta mute you, Buck. But what was you saying though, Cowboy?
Yeah, but and then like California, don't they, like Southern California, they get a lot of water from Northern California too, right?
What up, my nigga?
What's up? What's up with you, Buck?
What's up with you, bro?
I ain't doing too much, huh? I was talking up here. Yeah, hollering at Cowboy. Hold on, Cowboy. So, but California, we don't have a lot of mountains that's giving off a lot of snow. We got Big Bear and things like that. Right. But we still, I think, get a lot of our water from the Colorado River. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not sure. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not sure on that aspect. We may get a lot from Utah. We may get some from Nevada. But, I know the Hoover Dam and all that is below its levels. That's what they saying that it's ever been.
That makes
So what's been up with you, Buck?
Man, it's working, bro.
Yeah.
What's up with you, my nigga?
Oh, okay.
What's up with you, my nigga?
Oh shit. I ain't doing nothing, man. On here just chopping it up. Yeah.
I see you got your.
Vibrant.
I see you got your own car. I see you got your
Vibrant
own
say
car.
nigga always in the dark.
Nah,
Yeah. I'm glad you tapped in, dog.
Let me turn your lights on, man. Let me talk to my big bro, man.
Hey.
What?
Hold on, Buck. Hey, cowboy. So what state you in?
Yeah. I'm in Texas, Goob.
Alright. Yeah, that's my bad, man. My internet going in and out.
That shit is fucked up, my nigga.
Yeah.
My nigga's on.
Alright, what's that? You have a good one now. Yeah, man. I ain't had it for. Yeah, I just ain't been on a while. You know what I'm saying? What you been up to? Where you at there, Buck?
What's up? I can't even see you, my nigga. This shit is crazy. Damn, this is dark as a motherfucker.
Yeah, I think my internet is tripping.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Keep kicking it out.
Yeah, it's no, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that.
So what's
huh?
What about my second guest up in here, there, Buck?
What's up, my nigga?
That was a trip. I felt like
it was
on
a
screen
trip.
thing for a second.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I can't even.
Eyeball. I don't know. My internet keeps tripping on me.
No, let me give it to the light, my nigga. So you can see me, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can see me, man. My nigga, man. Wait, hold up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Uncle Buck. Hey, when you came in here, man, you hold on. Buck.
Yeah. Damn, this shit. Fuck, this is always. Damn, my nigga. This is mad dark. Hold on, my nigga. Let me go up in here though. You can see me up in here though. What's up, my nigga?
What up? Alright. What's up?
What's up?
You got launched into Uncle Bucks?
All right.
Yeah. I'm tripping off but we got launched into. I see. I say, Uncle Buck, you ain't been on the other platforms in a while, huh?
I've been fucking with
Hey,
those
see you in a minute.
Nah, man, I've been chilling, baby. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Chilling, baby. I've been chilling, baby. How you been? How you been, man? You been all right?
Spit. He say spit up. Ah, shit. My internet keep tripping on me. Yeah. You ain't in that dungeon no more there, Buck, huh?
Nah, man, I'm in the mansion, maybe. I'm in the
So you got the light.
I'm in the light right now. You see the light? Hey, hello.
What? Hey, Buck the smoked. You the smoke one of them, huh, Buck?
Yeah, bro.
You got a blunt?
What's that?
Okay.
It's a blunt right here.
Okay.
Smoking big weed, man. How you been, man?
That's right. Hey, well, Buck, I've been on here for 2 hours, man. Catch me on my next live. I'm gonna be up out of here. I holler at y'all. I appreciate everybody coming in for the night. I'm gonna do this in a couple more days once I get my content rolling. Hey,
yeah,
y'all hit that like button on your way out. There ain't that many. Subscribe to the channel, and I holler at you, Buck. Good seeing you again,
All right.
All right, guys. Later. All right, peace. I'm out of here for the night, man. It's 11 o'clock. Got a good 2 hours in. Appreciate it. Y'all stay up. And I'll see y'all later.